Hey there, hi there, ho there, Terrill here. Bringing you another episode of Quarantine Kitchen Chronicles. We're just going to be making some sausage links, some cheese eggs, and some biscuits. Not just any cheese eggs. These eggs actually come from my cousin's farm. They got a little pasture up there in Plattsburgh, about 11 acres, so they got all the livestock. So, anyways, about those eggs, I spent a lot of time at the bin, so I found about 5 pairs of vintage Wrangler jeans that happened to be my cousin's size. So I said, hey, you know what? I'll trade you a pair of these vintage Wranglers for a dozen eggs. He said, okay. I said, bet. You want to cook your sausage links, it's going to make quite a bit of grease for you, so when you cook your eggs, it doesn't stick so much. Since these are farm fresh eggs, it kind of got a little bit of stuff going on. So you can see this one has a feather on it, so you're going to want to rinse it off. See, this is that ugly stuff that the common folks, some city slickers don't know about. You know, us country boys, we will survive. So, there's that. So you just want to rinse off the little ones that are all dirty. Just look how pretty those eggs are. Look at the colors on those. You don't see those every day at the store. When it comes down to seasoning, it's a personal preference. Me personally, you know how I feel about Himalayan pink salt? I do a bunch of it. Garlic salt. Italian seasonings. Black pepper. Usually when you're cooking brunch, you got a hungry toddler, so you got to break them off with a few sausage links every now and again, or they're just going to be going. But the trick behind fluffy eggs, for me personally, is just a little splash of milk. How many eggs you eat? Me, personally, about 3 or 4. So I'll make 8, about 12 for the family. Got all your eggs broken down and your seasonings added. You're going to want to whisk those eggs up and get all the egg yolks broken down and good to go. Or anything else, you're going to want to shred you some cheese. See, this is a personal preference, but Terrill found out, hey, shredded cheese, it melts better than regular cheese. Some of that cheese, it ain't built to melt. I like my cheese melted. You're going to want to add all your eggs to the pan. Comes down to it, I like to keep my eggs moving because I don't want them to get burnt and stick to the bottom. So you just keep flipping them on amongst themselves and you just make it happen. Now it's going to take a little bit of time for your cheese to melt, so you don't want to wait till your eggs are done to put the cheese on. You're going to want to preemptively put it on there so it all blends in together. You know, nobody likes burnt eggs. I mean, it's a personal preference. Terrill always says it's a personal preference, but Terrill doesn't like any burnt eggs. Once you got your cheese on there, you can fold it over itself about one time, just so you can make sure all the cheese melts up and it turns into like a little egg calzone or something, if you will. The last thing we're going to do is go ahead and cut a chunk of this off, throw it onto the fancy plate. Bada bing, bada boom. You got biscuits, sausage links, and cheese eggs. Farm fresh cheese eggs with Terrill in the Quarantine Kitchen Chronicles. On the next episode, I'm going to be showing you how to season the cast iron skillet, because I got a brand new one. My mom's always like, Terrill, why is your cast iron skillet so dirty? And I'm like, Mom, I don't know.